everybody, it's Kelly, and I'm back with another layout today, and I'm taking you back to March because it's hot and I want to cool us all down. So I'm starting with that photo. This is looking actually out my driveway at the street, and I'm going to mount that on that striped paper, which is Pebbles Winter Wonderland, the Snow Fun paper. And then I'm going to use that background paper, that beautiful tree paper, which is from Best Creations. I have had this paper forever. And I always found it hard to use. It's not photoreal, but it has kind of a picture of trees on it. And didn't quite know what to do with this until I saw this photo that I took on my way to work one morning. So I'm thinking I'm going to use these tags, which are from Crepe Paper Snow and Cocoa. They're from the ephemera pieces, and I'm thinking I'm going to stick them out of the top. So one of them says ski, which I really don't do anymore, and then the other one has a bear on it. And I just decided, I'm never going to use these if I don't kind of hide them and just kind of stick them out. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then I have these Pebbles Chips snowflakes that I'm thinking about using. I have not certainly nowhere near the snowflakes I had about 4 years ago, but I still have snowflakes to use up. And I was thinking about using those large ones, and then there wasn't enough variety in size, and there's embossed and kind of glittered snowflakes. I don't think they're embossed on the background of this page. So I wanted something where I could vary sizes. So I went to these rub-on snowflakes from Heidi Swapp, which are very old. I mean, I think these go back, to probably when I first started scrapbooking in probably like 2006, 2007, or scrapbooking kind of the way we know we do it now with the kinds of supplies. And I like them. I just never use them. But I do like when I use them, I like to do it on things like this where there's already snowflakes and I can sort of blend them into the pattern. So I've added some, kind of cut some of them apart and added them in where I think I might add them. Then I thought I better get my title on here, because then it could help me figure out where the snowflakes were going to go. And I'm using that glitter alphabet, which is American Craft Stickers, the Bonjour alphabet. And I'm really liking the way that looks on there. It's glittery, so it picks up on the glitter from the snowflakes. And now I'm adding them in. And part of what I'm going to do is, I don't want you necessarily to see all of the whole snowflakes. So I'm definitely going to, some of them are going to go off the edge of the page because these are older, and I think they never were, like parts of the arms of the snowflakes are worn off, and that's fine. It's going to give me a more shabby kind of look and an imperfect look like snowflakes. So that's kind of where I'm going with all this. So they'll go off the edges of the pages. I'll hide them in underneath some things like this one here, where it's going a little bit underneath one of the tags, but it is going over the top of the photo mat. And I'm just using my bone folder to rub these on. And I'm using the back edge of it. It's not quite so pointy, because I sometimes think if I use the other side, it gets a little bit too pointy, and it'll indent the paper sometimes. And I don't do rub-ons very much. I mean, they were very hot when I first started scrapbooking in like 2005, 2006. And I know they're still out there, but it's amazing how good these rub-ons are, because these things should be dried up and not coming off the page, and they are fine. They're actually really easy to use. I've used a few of her rub-ons lately, and then they've been really working really beautifully. So here's an example of, I'm going to rub it onto the edge of the page, and I just pull it up and check it and see how it looks. Does it look okay? Totally loving this. So this was in March of this year, early March, and we did not have much snow this year until March. and then even in April. And then we got a lot of it. This was our biggest snowfall of the year, which 8 inches for us is, it's a decent snowfall. It's not huge. I mean, when you're talking a foot of snow, that gets to the point where it makes it a little harder to drive and that kind of stuff. I think schools were canceled on this day, but it was really not that big of a deal. Obviously, they had plowed by the time I went to work this morning, so that made it easier. But the streets were still pretty covered in lots of places. But, you know, I live in Wisconsin. We drive in snow. So, like I said, I went to work that day. Sometimes I'll call off work until the afternoon to let things kind of simmer and get cleaned up, but I didn't even need to do that this day. And I have a good car with all-wheel drive, so that makes it easy for those of you who know. All right, so I am going to add in some rhinestones here from Scrapbook Antique Papery, the gemstone accents. And I really like that gives it another little pop of sparkle around the snowflakes that I've rubbed on as well. And in the end, I really love how this layout turned out and how it looks and how you can see the trees, it overlaps the trees, but you know, it's not, the photo is still kind of the focus of this. I am going to add in some twine into the tags there, and that's something I bought at the Target dollar spot years ago. Again, it's white with a little silver thread running through it, just because this layout is very pale and silvery. All right, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and I will be back with another layout soon. Bye, everybody.